Hi, it's Chris with City Girl Homestead. So we found a couple of really good sales on meat this week. So I want to show you what we're going to do to help stock up our freezer when this meat comes on really good sales. And someone wanted me to show them this and I keep forgetting to do it. So when we pre-cook our hamburger, I don't know how good that is because I got the sun coming in on me. Okay. I've got 10 pounds in there right now, and I'm going to push manual. Oh, and it's already on 45 minutes. Now it is. I'm going to, because this is thawed out, I'm going to do it for 45 minutes. When it's done, I'll show you what I do with it after that. Now Jack and I, we both got these really nice boneless hams. They were $2.99 a pound, so we both grabbed one. So we're going to do a few things with this ham. I'm going to take not quite half, and I'm going to cut it all the way around. And I'm going to take that plastic off there. And then on a lot of these hams, they have another piece of paper over top of that. Get my bag to throw this trash in. You need it too?
Yeah.
So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make slices that you'd use like for a ham steak. Alright, so Jack's cut up now. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to cut these into, not too thick, but we're going to make these into what people would call ham steaks. And depends on, you know, if you want to do your whole thing like this and then just cut it later, you know, for chunks or whatever, you can do that too. So now what I'm going to do is, we would have 2 for breakfast. So I'm going to put 3 because of Jack. I can actually probably put these in pint bags. I think so. Most definitely. So I can fit them in pint bags. So now I'm going to finish all these up and then I'll get the air out of them. And I'll be back to show you what we're doing next. Okay, so now I cut off another chunk of ham. Let me bring you down here a little bit. That might be better. I'm going to take these now and I'm going to chop it like this. And these are going to be my ham chunks that I put into casseroles, things like that. Now I'm going to turn it over and cut it like this. Oops. You forgot your cutting knife, or your cutting thing that you bought, Jack. Your glove.
Oh. I was right. What are you talking about?
Now I'm going to take those and cut them into chunks.
Now, like that?
You got to cut it thinner.
Oh, thinner than this?
Go. No. Just a minute. Hold on, let me get this piece in so I don't leave off where I don't know where I'm at. So what you want to do is take this and cut down the center and then this way. See what I'm saying? Yep. Watch your hands, Jack. Make me very nervous. All right, so there's the chunks. I'm going to do the other part of it, and then I'm going to get those put in bags, and I'll bring you back for the next part. Alright, so then I grabbed another piece. Now with this one, I'm going to make diced. So I'm going to cut these much thinner, because you want your diced so that you could actually use it on pizza or in an omelet or whatever you happen to have. So you want it to be a lot thinner, a lot smaller than the cubes. See how thin I got them? Well, the end piece is probably not a good sign, but that is. Yeah, at these prices, I couldn't afford it right now, but at those prices, you know, when it's like that, you almost can't not afford it, you know what I mean? Alright, so then I'm going to take that ham, I'm going to flip it over on its side, I'm going to chop it again real thin. And then I'm going to do really small cubes. But this one we can use for pizzas, for whatever we want. That you would use smaller pieces in. Alright, let me put it in the bowl so I can show you how small I made them. I don't know if I'll do another one after payday, if they still have any, and then do just, you know, slices that you can use for lunch meat. So this is how small I made them. So I'm going to finish those up, and then I'll show you what I'm doing next. Alright, so now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to seal each one of these bags in my sealer here. And I want them to take out as much air as I possibly can. So I'm going to let it go the whole way. And you want to flatten it out so that you can stack. Wait for the green light to come off. We also got 10 packages of bacon that we'll leave in the containers till we need to bake more. But we got them for $2.39. I don't know about you guys' neck of the woods, but it's running $6 and $7 a package right now. So I'm gonna put on this bag cubed, and then 11.23. So I'll mark each one of them what I've got, and then I'm going to put them over here on this pan so they can be carried down to the basement. Alright, so there's all my ham done up. I ended up getting 10 slices. The reason I did so many slices, I figured that if we ran out of cubes or diced, I can always use those. I got 4 chunks and 5 bags of cubed. So we got 10, 15, 19 meals for $29.75. So I think that's a really, really good deal. So I'm going to get these put in the freezer along with 9 of my bacon, and then I'll move on to the next thing. Okay, so the next thing I do with the hamburger, once it's cooked, I drain it in the sink, and then I use my hamburger masher, and I break it all up. I do that while it's hot, because I think it's easier to chop through it. And sometimes it may not all get cooked, like there's a spot over there that didn't. But that's alright, that's when you're rewarming. You can recut it up then and cook it. But this way you're getting rid of all that grease. So I'm going to let this cool down, and then I'll be back to package it up. All right, so now the burger has cooled down. So what I'm gonna do is, you can use a scoop, which I usually do, but I'm gonna use this cup, measuring cup. Actually, I think I'm gonna use the half cup. I think it'll fit in the bag easier. So what I normally do is pack what I think, I don't measure it, but I pack what I think would be 3/4 to a pound of hamburger. So then I put it into my air taker outer, my food saver, and I flatten it as much as I can, and I take that air out. This thing is making so much noise today, it's crazy. So what I'm going to do is, I've got this great big pan full, it's 10 pounds of hamburger minus whatever left it with the fat. And I'm going to pack all of this up, and then I'm going to do 2 other things, and then possibly even more of the single serve like this. So I'm going to just put them on there, and then those will go down to the basement too. But I'm going to finish packing all these up, so now you see exactly how I do it, because several people have asked what I do to do my already cooked burger. That's what I do. I put it in the Instapot, cook it. I let it drain, munch it up, and then I fill my bag and then seal it. So that's our secret. I'll be right back. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to package up 1 pound packages of hamburger. I've got my scale here. I get these little patty papers at the Dollar Tree. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get me a pound of burger for tonight's dinner. It's a little over a pound, but that's okay. Alright, so what I do to package up for my pound, I'm down to 20 pounds, you guys, then I'll be done. Because that's normally what we'd buy it in, is 1 pound packages, right? So what I do is I take my freezer bag and I put it into my bag here. I should have taken only about half of it. Trying to be a show off. Me and Jack were just talking about today. Sometimes when you try to do shortcuts, it's really not such a shortcut. So sometimes it's not smart to do that. And I know that this is a little bit of work. I get that. But honestly, we paid $2.49 a pound for this burger. And we bought it from a store. It's called Apple Market. And they have excellent meat there. So now what I do is I flatten this out as much as I can. Because you don't want to take up all your room in your freezer. And then I put it in my air getter outer. And we're going to seal that package. But I know it takes, it takes a little bit of time, a few hours to do all this. But honestly, guys, it saves you time in the long run and saves you a lot of money. And I don't know about you, but my money is tight. So there we go, hamburger. 1 pound packages. And I'm going to do about 6 or 7 of those. And then I'll show you what I'm going to do next. And we'll get this 20 pounds used up. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make up hamburger patties. And let me explain why I do certain things. There's 8 pounds of hamburger here. I don't know if I'm going to pre-fry anymore. I don't know yet what I'm going to do. Depends on how many I have after I get the burgers. I love the pre-fried hamburger for my spaghettis and all that good stuff. It's great. Sometimes you need raw hamburger if you're doing, you know, like your meatloaves or whatever like that. But the reason I also make the hamburger patties is, well, sometimes people like cheeseburgers, hello. But other than that is because this or the hamburgers can always be turned into something else. Where once you fry your hamburger, you know, you pre-cook it, you're pretty much stuck with doing something with it. I don't season that, the hamburgers, nothing. That way it goes in and then I can season it however I want to. So what I do is I do 4 hamburgers in a package because Tom usually eats 2 for dinner. I'll eat 1. And then I send 1 for his work the next day. So that's why I always package up 4 burgers. And I got this little hamburger patty thing from the Dollar Tree as well. There's a lot of things in there if you're learning to prep and do stuff like that that you can get from the Dollar Tree that really, really makes things so much easier for you. And you don't have to pay that top dollar through Amazon. Not that I don't want you to buy through Amazon or whatever, but, you know, if you can get it cheaper for the same thing somewhere else, then do it. You know what I mean? Money right now, you know, I mean, I'm sure you guys are feeling it too. It's rough right now. It's rough right now. You know, you work full time and, you know, like Tom's overtime has been cut out. So that cuts a big chunk out of his paycheck, you know, and we took a cut for him to take this new job to begin with earlier this year because we were afraid the company might go out of business. Well, now this one's starting to lay off. So it's a little worrisome, you know, with my income going down too. And so when you have a chance to be able to stock up so that you know that you can feed your family, like I said earlier, you know, I mean, with the price of that this hamburger, I know it's really tight. I had to take it out of vacation money. Because what I've been doing is every time my son gives me gas money, I put it in a container and then I put that towards for us to go on vacation. I don't have a ton of money in there, nothing like that, but, you know, it's something. So I took it out of the vacation money because, you know, when it's $2.49, when it's normally right now running $4 to $5, $6, $7 a pound, you grab it when you can. You know what I mean? Now you can use the pint bags, but I'm starting to get low on them, so I'm going to use quart for this. And then I put 4 a piece in here. And if you can fit them next to each other, that's fine, but I've noticed that it kind of squeezes them. And I don't think that I like that it squeezes it. So then, I'm going to come back over here. And I'm going to take the air out of it. Now, if I notice that it's, you know, making it too scrunched, then I'll stop it and just let it seal. So, let's see. See, like right there, I don't want it any tighter than that because it's going to make your burgers all deformed and whatever. I know that sounds weird, but I like them to look nice too. My marker quit on me too, so. But anyways. So this is the things that I do with my burger when we stock up on it like that. So I'll end up telling you how many packages of everything that I get at the end of the video. So far I have 8 pounds packaged here, 10 pounds there, and I probably have another close to 10 pounds to do up. So I'll come back and we'll see what we got. Alright, so final tally count. 19 ham meals, 19 cooked hamburger, 12 1-pound packages, and 3 packages of hamburger. That is altogether 53 meals. So I spent $29.75 for the ham and $97.50 I think for all the hamburger. So I will do all the math and put it into the description box below. But I think that's a pretty good accomplishment for the day. So hopefully I showed you guys what you can do to, save money. $2.49 per hamburger. Oh, and then with that money too, there was 10 pounds of bacon that's in the freezer. I forgot about that. So, well, 1 pound's out for tomorrow, but there's 9 pounds in the freezer too. So actually it doesn't turn out too bad. I don't think. I haven't done the math, but I think it turns out pretty good. So I hope I showed you guys how to do the cooked hamburger, what I do with it, and then what I do with the little pound packages and my hamburger patties and my ham, so that we've got meals galore in the freezer ready to go. So you guys have a blessed day. Be a blessing. And I'll be back soon for dinner because it's almost dinner time. You guys have a great day. All right, so final tally count. 19 ham meals, 19 cooked hamburger, 12 1-pound packages, and 3 packages of hamburger. That is altogether 53 meals. So I spent $29.75 for the ham and $97.50 I think for all the hamburger. So I will do all the math and put it into the description box below. But I think that's a pretty good accomplishment for the day. So hopefully I showed you guys what you can do to, save money. $2.49 per hamburger. Oh, and then with that money too, there was 10 pounds of bacon that's in the freezer. I forgot about that. So, well, 1 pound's out for tomorrow, but there's 9 pounds in the freezer too. So actually it doesn't turn out too bad. I don't think. I haven't done the math, but I think it turns out pretty good. So I hope I showed you guys how to do the cooked hamburger, what I do with it, and then what I do with the little pound packages and my hamburger patties and my ham, so that we've got meals galore in the freezer ready to go. So you guys have a blessed day. Be a blessing. And I'll be back soon for dinner because it's almost dinner time. You guys have a great day.